my stress-free ride home. Going back towards the homestead right now, eventually. Ride from work. Look at this. How many people step out of their office? I used to do this, man. It fucking sucked. And you go right into traffic, man, fighting. If there's an accident and you got kids you got to pick up at daycare, you got something you got to take care of, or a banking or an appointment, and you know, and you're just stressed and hurried, and you're driving fast, and you're thinking fast, and you're talking fast, and your heart is just saying, fuck you, this is enough. But this is my stress-free ride home from work here. Not much going on. They got a car up here. Oh, here's another car. There's one right here. Yeah. Oh, the stress is just building right now because, you know, could be a possible traffic jam here. But no, we've passed safely. Okay. Now, war. Once again, I hate saying this all the time, man, but we're going into Syria. The warmongers are finally going to get what they want. And have you noticed, we haven't heard from the main warmongering cheerleaders like Hillary or McCain and all those other guys, Boner, all those. They don't have to say anything anymore. The lesser cheerleaders are leading the way. The lesser warmongers, well, they're all warmongers, but they're letting other people do it, so they won't be accused of being the main warmongers because other people are leading the way now. But they're all on this. They're all on the same sheet of music. You know, it doesn't matter if you're Tea Party, Democrat, Republican. It fucking doesn't matter. You know, they're all on the same page. They're all gonna feel the same agenda, and they all have their own selfish motives behind it, and which consist of mostly just getting rich. You know, getting rich, getting material things, prosperity in their mind. But we're going into Syria. And now the reason is because this ISIS, ooh, they're scary, like Ishtar people, or whatever you want to call them, the mother of Tammuz, those people, I guess they built up an army there in Syria, a 45,000 man army. Now every other week, look this up, we're doing a secret launch into outer space. We're launching some kind of secret goddamn project. Now this doesn't seem to bother the Russians and Americans working on this. Now, but we're launching some secret project every other week. And you know, I'm a taxpayer and I pay for this shit. How come it's so secret that I can't even know about it? But what they are, they're spy satellites and weapons satellites, and like I think they're putting satellites that are designed to go up to other satellites and blow up, like landmine satellites. Yeah, I think they're doing it all, man. So, in case there's a war, you know, for outer space, and it's going to be part of the next war. It's got to be. You got to, if you want to stop their communications, you just take out their satellites. Anybody knows that. Now, or you tap into their satellites and you listen to their communications. You know, who knows? But half of these satellites, hundred of these satellites at least, are focused right on the Middle East and have been for a very long time. And they did not see a 45,000 man army being built up. They didn't see somebody order, you know, hundreds of thousands of pairs of shoes, or thousands of beds, or building hundreds of barracks, or making training areas, and all this military equipment for training and logistical equipment for getting things to where they need to be. They didn't notice that. I mean, they noticed everything else. They can find one guy, you know, having coffee one day with some of his fellow people, and they blow up the whole place. And but they didn't see a 45,000 man army being built up back there. And you know, really, they didn't say anything about ISIS until they robbed that bank in Mosul. Now they went to Mosul, and they robbed the bank of $450 million. From what I understand, that's a story I got. And it's hard to get these stories. That's when it first happened. And the next thing you know, oh, we got to stop these guys. So Obama sends in 750 troops. And where did they go? Did they go to help the armies? Did they go to, secure the airports or secure vital infrastructure? No. They went to the banks to guard the banks and get the money out of there. That's where they went. To guard the assets of the states and these bankers, to get their assets in order. No, nothing else. Fuck the people. It ain't nothing about the people. It never is. If it was about the people, none of this stuff would have ever happened in the first place. It's about the money, the resources. So now we're going in again. Now we're going into Syria because, you know, we got to have it's control of the resources. But we're really pushing Russia. Now we're pushing Russia on two fronts, and that would be Ukraine and Syria. That's not good. You know, it's the destruction, the total destruction of the world to be justified by things like war, and you have to gather the common folks behind all this in order to make it work. Otherwise it won't. Otherwise we'll have another Vietnam and people will be protesting in the street against the war. They don't want that. Look, nobody protested in the street against Iraq or Afghanistan. Everybody was for the wars. Because the media is totally controlled now too by, you know, one group of people. And so what the news that gets out there isn't so much the news. It's more propaganda, mind control. The rabbit behind the hat making you think one thing while the other hand's really under the coat doing all the dirty work. It's always that way, man. But war, we're going into Syria. I think I just explained why and how. But Damascus is going to fall. We'll bomb the shit out of that, guaranteed. And we got our hero, the guy that got beheaded. You know, we got the old shoe. Remember wagging the dog? Old shoe. You got to bring up a person that everybody can focus on and be a hero and get behind the war. Well, that's the journalist that just died, got beheaded by ISIS, supposedly. Okay, I'm getting ready to hitch a ride home here. Just duck out.